everybody, and welcome back to more of the Inquisitor series, where we just in the last episode picked up khem'val. Khem'val's the first companion to get for the Inquisitor. He's also one of the more unique ones in the game, just in general. I've made myself very clear in past series that I don't usually like that companion. There's always one companion that just doesn't speak a normal language, so you always have to read subtitles. For example, you have khem'val for the Inquisitor. For the Trooper, you had Sergeant Yoon, which spoke his weird bug language. Then for the Jedi-knight, you had like T7. Even for the Smuggler, you have Bodar, the Wookiee and stuff. So it's just one of those things that you always get one of those companions, and it's fairly annoying if you hate reading the subtitles. Like, I'm playing a game with voice acting, I want to hear the voice acting, even though I do like the alien languages. Now, in this case, khem'val is actually an interesting character to actually want to know about. So, unlike those other examples I gave, I tend to read his subtitles quite a bit because he is really cool. He has I guess the best way to put it, he has a strong personality, so some of the things he says are pretty straightforward. However, he does say some pretty hilarious things every now and then, like he wants to eat everybody. It's hilarious. And they do some pretty funny things with him later on in the story as well. So he, at first, is like, oh, it's khem'val. I really don't like khem'val. I want a new companion that actually speaks another language. But you have him grow on you throughout the story, and it's pretty funny. However, I do like the other companions that you end up getting, so it's kind of a hit and miss. Like the Trooper, with what I did with the Trooper, I'll use all of the companions at one point, so you guys kind of get an idea of what you can do. But I did want to mention that guy that I just killed, who is totally bugged and just standing up there. In the beta, he was almost impossible to kill. But now that I have all these legacy buffs and everything, the easiest thing ever. I just totally owned him. Plus, I have some pretty great gear on this character at this point. As you can see, that is the Revan gear, so it's all modded out with epic mods.
I'm telling you, Overseer, it cannot be done. I went into the tomb, I saw the Dashard across the chasm, but I could not get to it.
But the map! Lord Zash is adamant she will not take an apprentice without the map!
I'm telling you, Lord Zash wants the impossible. No one is ever going to get that map!
Sorry I'm late, but I have the map.
The map? And the Dashard? Get that monster out of here this instant, and give me the map!
No, it's not possible. You wretch, you filth, you must have cheated somehow. How did you do it? How did you release the monster?
Sai galut saira, iswis us urfdandan ja atnam in puidangarja.
Right. You must have cheated. You must have. You'll pay for this!
Fawn, patience. You will have your chance at this whelp, after you personally deliver this map to Lord Zash.
Eat them both, Cam.
Keep your pet at bay for just a moment, Acolyte. I would have a word with Fawn.
Lord Zash.
Yes, Fawn. Now, where's my map?
Here, Lord Zash. Right here.
You found it for me, Fawn? How wonderful.
He couldn't have found it if he tried.
Silence! Fawn will tell me what happened, won't you, Fawn? You wouldn't dare lie to me, would you? Because it would be a shame for me to discover that you lied to me. Now, one more time. Did you bring this map back from Naga Sadow's tomb?
No. No, I didn't. I didn't. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Hearken, you fool. In any other group for any other lord, this young man would have torn the other acolytes to shreds. What were you trying to prove? That you could outsmart me? That you knew better than me what kind of person I wanted for an apprentice? You fool! There's your pet, Harkin. Clean this mess up. Apprentice, meet me in my chambers upstairs.
As you say.
This is not the end. Without Lord Zash to save you, you're nothing. I have connections that will hunt you wherever you go.
That's big talk for a worm like you.
Get out of my sight, slave. Your new master is waiting for you upstairs.
They do, very early on, give you that sweet taste of revenge. Once he dies, you're like, that was quite nice. Any of my other, foes that make fun of me and mock me later on, kind of want them to be killed by lightning. It's very satisfying.
Ah, my magnificent new apprentice. Congratulations are in order, I believe.
Thank you for giving me this opportunity.
You've earned it, my apprentice. Now, I was just looking over this astonishing map you brought back, and I can tell we have a lot of work ahead of us.
Murder and mayhem await.
Patience, my apprentice. We must go about this with tact, all in good time. You must meet me on Dromund Kaas. There we can talk more.
Why must we go there?
That is where the map leads, though I likely would have taken you there anyway. The capital of the Sith Empire is a good place for an apprentice to start. I will meet you in my chambers in the Citadel in Kaas City. There we can speak more freely of the work ahead, without the fear of unfriendly ears. This is the lightsaber I had as an apprentice. I want you to have it.
I am honored.
Excellent. I'm glad you like it. It served me well. Now remember, my chambers, the Citadel, Dromund Kaas. It's imperative that we get to work on this as soon as possible.
Stop right there, alien scum. Darth Skotia has a message for you.
Give me the message.
The message is this. You will not go to Dromund Kaas. Everything you've done here, everyone you've dealt with, Lord Zash included, is insignificant. Darth Skotia has eyes and ears on Korriban. He knows what your master is up to, and he is displeased, to say the least. On Korriban, Lord Zash may have her way, but on Dromund Kaas, it's a different story. So you see, you have to die.
I've been waiting to give my new lightsaber a try.
Oh, slave, I'm going to enjoy tearing you to bits.
You know what's nice? These quite polite people will sit there and wait for me to not only load out my new lightsaber, but also to get khem'val loaded out as well with a skin that makes them look cooler. So I think I go with the black or the blue and red one. Also, I just got the apprentice title, which is quite cool. I'm going to try to keep you up to date on the titles I get throughout the actual, I guess, Inquisitor story in general, because you do get a few of them, so I figured that's one thing I've been lacking previously is letting you guys know the titles. Although with the Trooper, I mean, it was pretty obvious because it was all just, I guess, ranks in the army.
At long last, Lord Zash's apprentice, may you soon gain the honors you so well deserve. On Korriban, you earned the right to be called Sith, but that was only the beginning. Your master wishes me to oversee your continued training.
Someday I will rule the Sith. There is no limit to my strength.
From all I've heard from Lord Zash, I believe it. Lord Zash embraces the search for dark artifacts and secrets. Others choose the martial path, channeling their anger into physical strength. You too must find your path.
I wish to master the art of the lightsaber.
Think it over. Speak to Overseer Kryos when you're ready to begin your training in earnest.
I just love these little missions that you get when you get to the fleet and you get to choose your advanced class. It really adds, I guess, a lot of character to the world in general and doesn't break immersion.
Umpa hupa, jikilia umpasa do biska, jaskruni do pat kurira do kanki kung. O grani tampio da pushi wumpa, pu tula musta. Ta uz azulus uval tung mi chakulka dimaji.
So there you go. Now I choose Assassin, obviously, as I said previously. I quite like the Assassin. I have a a max level Sage that I've raided with. Really like that combat, like the caster combat. However, the Assassin is pretty cool because it gives me the ability to stealth around, which is, I mean, as you can imagine, is pretty nice when you have all these XP boosts and you're just blasting through the content. So I don't have to actually worry about killing my way through normal quests. Plus, I get an awesome double-bladed lightsaber with pretty sweet crystals. Now, I also did mention previously that I'm going to change out the crystals much more than I did in the Trooper. In fact, the Trooper series only had one crystal in it, and it was a purple-pink crystal the entire time. So I'm going to make sure I change it out quite a bit more in this one. But now we're actually starting Dromund Kaas, which is a really freaking sweet planet.
Quiet, bodyguard. Save your hissing for your own kind. As for you, slave, Darth Skotia is passing. Best get out of his way.
Darth Skotia can wait.
You're making a huge mistake, filth. Give your master a message for me. My eye is on her, and I know. Tell her that. I know what she's trying to do here on Dromund Kaas. You and your master have gotten this far, but it ends here, slave. I alone have the key. Tell her that. You and your master have no future on Dromund Kaas or in the Sith Order. Tell her that. Now, get out of my way.
What do you think? Can you eat him?
Jani Bragais, uns in Freistobnajal.
Ha! Fools!
So there you go, that's being introduced to one of our main rivals, and we'll deal with him later, especially after we tell Zash about our little meeting, and she has plans for him. She plans to do something pretty terrible to him, and we'll get around to that once we're through Dromund Kaas.
Are you acquainted with a big, ugly, half-machine Dark Lord? He had a message for you.
Damn Skotia. What business has he going behind my back, speaking to my apprentice? Trying to intimidate you, no doubt. Wretched monster. More machine than man and dangerously powerful. Ever since I arrived on Dromund Kaas as an apprentice, he's made every effort to stand in my way.
Ustaitnians an parana rahitis ni aino.
Ultimately, we cannot even begin the search for Tulak Hold's ancient power with Skotia's rattling breath on our necks.
Somebody should stop him from breathing, then.
Yes. And that somebody is you. You are going to kill Skotia for me.
Finally, a challenge worthy of me.
Good. That is precisely the attitude you'll need. I cannot be tied to Skotia's murder. Brazen power plays make the Dark Council nervous. But nobody will believe that a mere apprentice could defeat Skotia. It's impossible, and that's why it will work.
The impossible's my speciality.
So it seems. I've begun to piece together the puzzle for Darth Skotia's destruction, but some elements have yet to fall into place. Out in the jungle, a group of slaves has recently revolted. They were working on a colossal statue that has since gone unfinished. I believe Skotia is hiding something of great importance near this statue. Get the archaeological plans to the area from one of the slaves, and contact me by holocommunicator.
In bizo ze waitai spila presin kretai. In bize e wanata atragata indais.
So we get to kill him. That'll be fun. I'm interested in seeing what she has for us, or at least sharing with you guys her elaborate plans.